Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Ursula.
And we just finished watching season 5, episode 10 of The 100, and this was a really good episode, I think. Like, it was...
I mean, we had little things that we didn't
It wasn't like our favorite episode. Like, I think last episode gave me so much more anxiety, but this one was that last, like, there was like that good, like, 20-minute chunk that really had us dying.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of moments in this episode.
There was a lot of tears in this episode for me. Like, there was a lot of Blake's, and the Blake stuff was my favorite. My favorite storyline, I think this episode was definitely everything going on in Polis. I think that was my favorite.
That was the best part of the episode.
Best part. Yeah, I loved. I just loved the Blake.
Oh my gosh, that scene between the two of them, it was so emotional, and I love how. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had that one part where Octavia was alone and she was flashing back to her and Bellamy, and we saw like when they were little, like very like briefly, but that was enough to like
was powerful.
Like, get you right in the feels. And then that scene when she had went in there and was trying to tell him, you know, Indra's weakness.
I think that
scene, oh my gosh, that was really emotional.
Initially, when we first start the episode, we see Octavia really struggling with this concept of having to put all of these people that she loves against each other, especially her brother, and she just got her brother back, you know, and to be forced into this decision, because we have this scene where she's sitting on the throne just like chilling. Like, I loved her pose on the throne, like she's just relaxing on it, and Miller is basically and then the other grounder bitch, she's like, there's nobody, people don't want to march. That's Octavia's issue, is half the people do not want to march.
And Octavia she's
hell-bent on it.
She's so hell-bent on marching. Like, there is not another option for Octavia. It's just march. Like, she just needs to march. Even when everything was pretty much solved, she still had to march. Like, Octavia is just... we're gonna obviously find out in the next episode why,
but that grounder gave her another option, though, of why don't we have them kneel for the commander? You could control that, but Octavia does not want that, because she feels like Maddie is this child, and she really wants the flame and that grounder religion to die out.
Like, same.
But she really wants it, because she wants that control and that power, and you really see her trying to thrive on it the way that she used to, and she can't get to that point anymore because she's struggling emotionally. Like, it was, Jason tweeted that this was really Octavia versus Blood Reina, and you could totally say it. Like, there were flashes of like our Octavia, you know? And I love that scene in the beginning with Indra and Octavia when they're talking, and she basically tells her, give me another one, give me another choice.
Indra basically tells Octavia, like, I love when Octavia had said to her that that was the best day of my life when you made me your second. And Indra says to her, I made Octavia, Sky Crew, my second, not Blood Reina. And that really, like, showed the difference between the two of them, and that they're really separate. Even to Indra, like, there's, like, the two of them, there's Octavia from, like, before, and then there's now Blood Reina. You could see her struggle. Like, Marie's acting in this episode was
killing it
like,
this season.
So good. Like, you could really see that struggle, and, like how emotional and how much that was hurting her. Like, she didn't want Bellamy to die. She even asked Monty, like, originally to go and tell Bellamy like Indra's weakness and all of that, and then when that failed, she went in and tried to get Bellamy to listen. And oh my gosh,
she really did try her best to what she knew, and I think that, like, because she tried her best in the way of thinking of her own self too, because there were other ways obviously, but she really wanted to march, and she had to show them fighting, because she had to show this strength, like this, she wanted to be like this ruthless warrior that can absolutely, like, kill her brother, you know, because the whole love is weakness thing. And I think that this was a really strong episode for Octavia's character in that way. But at the same time,
I'm not sure where they're taking her character, because
Blood Reina still won in the end.
Well, because we thought originally going into this episode, and I think many people had thought that Octavia was gonna stop it before it happened, and that's not what happened. Monty ended up coming in, which we loved. But so now I'm kind of like, I don't know now where Octavia's character is going, because we thought redemption.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I don't know.
It depends on next episode's gonna be the whole story, so it could still, I guess, she could still be redeemed. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. I mean,
yeah. I loved the Blake at the scene when she comes in and she starts talking about like the game that they used to play, and how that one time when she cut herself and Bellamy pretended it was him.
Guys,
and it's
Bellamy has
Bellamy.
a scar in his arm because he cut himself open so that they didn't know it was Octavia. Like, just so many feels from that scene. That scene really got me, and I love
that scene. Really,
that scene was really
so
needed between the two of them, because Bellamy needed to know that Octavia doesn't want him to die. Like, truly, she doesn't want him to die. She still loves him, and Bellamy snapped in that scene too at one point.
Yeah, he did snap, and he basically told her. And I think it was just such a raw scene when he tells her that he wishes that he was there to take it on, and she didn't have to take this on, and she didn't have to become this.
Both of their acting in that scene.
I think it's crazy how he literally is like, you've made this into a story, like the Red Queen, really? And he starts going off like about how Octavia took these myths and stuff that she grew up on because of Bellamy, the stories that Bellamy used to tell her, and she made it a living thing in some way. And I think it's interesting that Bellamy did catch on to that, because we had seen that a little bit in like episode 2 with Nyla hands Octavia the book. And so it's really interesting that got brought back into this one. But
I like in this episode the use of the mirror. Because originally when we see her look in the mirror, it's obviously the mirror's cracked, but we see her look in the mirror and it's almost like blurred, her face. Like she she doesn't know who she is.
She hasn't figured it out yet.
Yeah. And then the end of the episode, when she looks back into the mirror, she sees who she is. She cuts herself, she puts the blood on her face and looks in the mirror, and she's Bloodrina. So I think that like she really struggled, but in the end, unfortunately, she's still pretty bad.
She's still in a really bad place. Yeah, I'm really excited to see next episode where this is going to fully take her character, and because we're gonna see why she is the way she is and probably understand her a little bit more. I mean, it's really hard to sympathize with Octavia, but I think she's such a fantastic character in a sense. Like,
I think we're all expecting cannibalism in the next episode.
I'm expecting cannibalism. I'm waiting for it. I
think there's gonna be a lot more than that, though. I'm excited to see like old Octavia in the flashbacks next episode. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. The thing that we actually struggled with this episode, that we had some issues with, was Clark. Last episode, because she's like protecting Maddie and everything. Like, we understand that. All of a sudden, she doesn't want to take the flame out like she did for a second, and then she thought about it, and then it was like, no. Like, I just feel like that transition wasn't properly, like I would have liked to see more of
her struggling with that, because I feel like last episode she was so adamant on like, Maddie can not get the flame, Maddie can't get the flame, and the whole thing was like, I need to get the flame out of Maddie. Like, she was just so, like, get that thing she called the flame. And she just wanted it out of Maddie. And I was really expecting her to try to take it out and destroy it. And she does kind of, like, in the beginning of the episode, she wants to take it out of her head, whatever. And then she, like, doesn't. And now she doesn't want to because it has Lex's memories. You should just destroy it. Like, we don't need that anymore. You don't need this, like, grounder way of, like, commanders and all that.
Although I do think that this flame is what is going to stop the war with Maddie being the commander. Like, I don't think the flame's going anywhere this season.
She's the only option, really, to stop the war now, because I mean, don't think Octavia's gonna go back on marching. I really don't.
Yeah.
I can't see next episode being enough to redeem her completely and have her stop the war. I mean,
we'll see.
And then what happens with that. But
my other issue with Clark this episode was I wanted her to feel some sort of remorse about leaving Bellamy.
Yeah,
like, this is somebody who she felt betrayed from and so hurt from last episode. She called him every day for 6 years, and like, I just felt like there wasn't as much remorse as I wanted in this episode.
I wanted that instead of the Lexa mention.
Yeah, like I just wish that we got a little bit more of Bellamy. You know, I do love though that we did get 2 Bellamy mentions. Like, thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie mentioned Bellamy because she couldn't believe that Clark did that. but I feel like we saw
did
Clark
pause.
like pause and like stop in her tracks. But of course, the McCreary's like was there, and we didn't get enough of like. Yeah. I would have liked Clark to like. Maybe like her face, I don't know, like something just that like to show a little bit more of like her struggling with leaving Bellamy. I don't know.
Like I wish that she said something, even something so simple of like maybe you know, he'll figure a way out of it. Or something like that, like where she had faith that he would get out of that without her. Like something they could have done. Something
like for insight of what she's thinking about that, because we didn't get that, and now I get that. And like I feel like that's strange. I
understand we didn't get Bellamy dealing with the whole Clark thing because he had so many other things going on, but I just wanted that from Clark because all she was doing was traveling with Maddie really this episode.
Yeah, I feel like we could have seen that from Clark's side a little bit more.
Yeah, that was my other really big issue, and the whole Abby thing. I'm just getting really tired of Abby, honestly.
Yeah, that storyline is getting like repetitive with the pills. I feel like something just needs to happen.
Like, yeah, like how many times has she taken a bunch of pills and like laid there and we all thought she was dead? Like it happens. It's just like what, the second time this season and everything. Like, and then you know next episode Clark is gonna try and save her and everything, and I think that Abby will be fine
because she has to talk. She is gonna be fine. We saw because she's gonna talk about the dark year.
Yeah. So the whole Abby plotline is not my favorite either. Honestly, this episode, the highlight for me was the Polis story. Like, that was crazy.
What was happening with Bellamy and Octavia and all of that was the best. I love how Monty ended up coming in with
Monty, we were
came in with a plan. It was just like, guys, look, like I can plan stuff. Like, we don't need Shadow Valley. Like, it's fine.
And then everybody listened. Like that was the way to do it for Monty. Like
that everything was great, and then of course the 100 goes right to shit. We
can't be happy for
it goes right to shit, and of course like that would be too easy of a fix. So Octavia burns all of Monty's plans, and I felt so bad for Monty. And then at the end when he like didn't want to march, and
he didn't want to march, and he had
he
to
really was gonna. He was gonna.
Really
Monty was literally gonna stop the war with his algae and
Monty.
His plants,
he really just wanted to grow his plants and have like a farm for himself. Like poor Monty, honestly. Like that was really sad, I thought, and just to see all those plants get burned down was really sad for Monty.
I love the moment of happiness that we got though once like Monty said that, and then like
everybody was
that moment of happiness. Bellamy was smiling and like hugging Harper. Everybody was like hugging each other, and it was so happy. Like
and then it got screwed up. Like
it got screwed up.
Although guys, I am so ready for Bellamy and Clark to see each other across the battlefield. It's happening. We're getting a 4 or 5 parallel.
I definitely think that we're gonna get a scene of them looking at each other. Because
oh my god,
I mean we're gonna see Clark's gonna try to stop the war on her end, which is not gonna work because Octavia is already like gonna start marching, which is interesting because Clark literally just like dumped the worms on the side of the road, so I think that's gonna come back too because there was no way that that's not gonna come back.
Maybe. Yeah. The fight scene in the pit.
The fight scene with Bellamy.
Okay, when Bellamy glares up at Octavia, he's just like horrified. I don't think that he really thought that his sister was gonna go through with that battle sequence at all.
No.
Like I think that he was like, let's see, like she even mentioned like, let's see like if she'll actually do it. Like I think that he had faith in his sister still, and I think it hurt him. That
it makes me wonder though, like if
still willing to do it, even though she wanted him to win, it doesn't make a difference.
But the thing is, like, it makes me wonder if Monty didn't come in and stop it,
what would have happened?
What would have happened? Would Octavia have let it play out? Like,
yeah.
I guess we'll never know now, but
I'm surprised that nobody died. I think we were all expecting Gaia to die at least. Nobody died. Nobody has died this season. Like, what the fuck?
Gaia threw that thing at Octavia, I was like, she's done.
Yeah, I thought that was...
That didn't happen either, so.
No, I'm shocked.
I'm shocked
honestly.
too. I'm wondering who's gonna go down.
Who's going down? It has to be somebody huge because.
I mean, I think we're gonna lose a big chunk of the Alesia's people, like. But I feel like our people, we're gonna have to lose people as well.
Yeah, I mean, what's strange about it is that this season there hasn't been much death except
Besides Jaw, no.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. We only have 3 more episodes left.
I am excited for guys. I'm so excited for Blarg, but I don't think
I
need that forgiveness scene. I honestly, I just want Blarg to talk.
I just want Blarg to be okay.
I just need them to be okay. I want them to have they have to have a forgiveness scene, and they need to talk about everything. Like, there's so much that they need to talk about. I watch fan edits and I read
just
fan
please give me Blark back. Like, that's all I want.
Like, it's so sad, like, looking at, like, Blark from, like, seasons 1 to 4. Like,
it's so hard. I miss them so much, and this season has really killed me with Blark. Like, I'm
that forgiveness
Bob and Eliza keep saying the ending, though. I'm really holding out for that forgiveness.
Yeah, like, I know,
scene. Like, we have to listen to Bob and Eliza.
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Like, I'm just remembering what Bob and Eliza said, and
yeah,
I feel like that scene between them, though, is gonna be really great.
It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I think they need to let themselves feel those moments that they haven't really been able to feel for each other.
Yeah.
Like, I think they need to, like, Bellamy needs to know about the radios, and Clark needs to know that basically Bellamy is the way he is because of her. Like, I just feel like they need to talk, and that she's also part of his family. Like, I want him to, because Clark's been feeling so isolated this season, that I just want him to let her know, like, you know, it's not just, you don't just have Maddie. Like, she thinks all she has is Maddie, really.
I want Bellamy to say that he's there for her.
I know. Yeah, I hope that we get, I think it's gonna be good. I think we have some time to wait. I don't think we're gonna be getting it next week. I think it'll be the week after.
I think it's gonna be, hopefully in 12 and it's not pushed to finale, because then the forgiveness scene that's the ending with them.
Yeah.
That Bob and Eliza were talking about. So hopefully that happens in 12, that way we can get more in 13 with them.
Right now
it's hard.
I'm saying that we're gonna,
because we don't have many episodes left.
No, we only have 3 episodes left.
Honestly, I just want Becco to be done and for Blark to talk.
My thing is, I think that in the finale,
like, I want a confession of feelings between them, and I want Becco to be over.
That's what I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get, like, a confession, and I hope we get Bellamy choosing Clark at some point, if it's going into cryo, something with Clark. I want him to, like, choose her. And I think we're gonna get that, and it'll kind of parallel a little bit like 413, how, like, they weren't able to stay together. I think this time they're gonna stay together, and it's gonna be great. And I think that there's definitely gonna be, I'm praying Becco's over, but if it's not, then there'll at least be a strain, because I know Bob talked about a strain between them that we haven't seen yet. So we need maybe to see it's that. Right now, I mean, listen, Bob still said that Maddie is the key to Bellamy and Clark's relationship, so it's still a big, still an opportunity for, like, the radio calls to get brought up, like, guys, something. We still have 3 episodes left. We're gonna say, but as long as Bellamy and Clark are still alive in the show, we still have hope. Exactly. So, as long as Bellamy and Clark are still breathing, we're still hopeful, and we still will be okay, guys. Hang in there. I know it's pretty dark in the fandom right now, so stay positive, and yeah, let us know what you guys thought about this episode, though, down in the comments below. I think the most shocking thing for me was definitely, like, the pit scene, and then when Monty coming in was the most shocking to me. Yeah, that whole sequence when Monty came in. My favorite scene, I think, though, was the fight scene, and then the Blake scene, for sure. Yeah, so let's talk about that down in the comments below. Yes, and if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews and more reactions to the 100. And you can also follow us on our Twitter and Snapchat. We're at City of the Field. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye!